So in this video, I'm going to show you how to put in a table of contents in Word. It's only going to be a short table of contents because this document doesn't have many headings, but for it to work, you have to have created your headings using this menu in the home section of Microsoft Word. If you just typed in the headings, Word, the document won't know which information to put into your table of contents. So you put your cursor where you want your table of contents to appear. And then depending on the version of Word you're using, you might find it in the referencing section, or sometimes it's in insert. Okay, so you can see in this case, for example, I have the option to insert index and tables here, but also in my referencing menu I have the option to insert table of figures here and captions. Okay, so in this case I want to I'm going to insert here, and sorry, actually I can do it over here. I want table of contents, so click on that. Give me the options: classic, contemporary, formal, or modern. Okay, so let's go with modern one. Okay, and you can see it's automatically pulled across my table of contents based on the layout of my headings. Now, if you think, oh, I don't really like the look of that, I'm going to change that. Let's go back and try what the classic one looks like. That's a bit plainer. Maybe I'll go with that. Okay, you can see as well that if I click on a section, it tells me whereabouts in the document I am, so you can jump around a very long document very rapidly. In terms of formatting it, you have, if you come along and add more sections and you think, oh, I put in, let's say I decide to come back and work on this and I want to put in section 3 on breathing, which I would eventually because it's airway, breathing and circulation. So let's say I want to put in 3 circulation, and I'm going to make that using my headings as a subheading, so heading 2, and then I'm going to come back tomorrow and add in the content there. If I go up now and look at my table of contents, you think, well, I put in a new heading but it hasn't appeared. What I have to do is tell the table of contents to update itself. So I go again back to my references, table of contents. I want to tell it to update table, so I click on this, and it wants to know, do I want to do just the numbers or the whole table? I want to update the whole table, so I click OK, and then you can see my third subheading now, circulation, has appeared in here. So then I can go back tomorrow and add my content in there. Okay. In terms of layout of it, you can see if you just want to update bits, you can do Control update field. So to get this menu to appear, it's right click on it, or on a Mac press Control and left click. Either way, it's giving me the option to update this field if I've added more information as well. So if you can't remember where that content is, you can add it. You also have a little editing pop-up menu here, so if you click on that, you can update it or take it out. So again, there's various ways to make this appear how you want it to appear in terms of layout. You can also, if you want, to put in a list of the tables and figures automatically. If you only have a few of them, you don't need it. But let's say you had a document with 10 figures in it, which wouldn't be uncommon if you were, say, illustrating how to put on a bandage or something. You can then likewise put your cursor where you want the list to appear and insert table of figures. And it'll ask me, what do you want to put in? Let's say I want to put in my figures. Okay, what information do I want? Do I want label and number, page numbers? I don't want links, so I'll turn that option off. And my tab leader is the dots. I could have none, or I could have a straight line. We'll go with the dots. And then if I wanted to modify it, I could, for example, change the font or whatever. But we'll leave it as it is. It's fine. Okay, so I'm going to click OK, and now I have a list here of the figures that are in this document. So I'm going to, and you can put a heading on that. You can call that, say, a list of figures, if you like. If I then go ahead and turn this into a subheading, let's say I'm going to call that subheading 2, then I can click on my, sorry, keep doing that, it's bringing me down here. If I go to my table of contents, so back to references, I can update the table, update the entire table, and then it pops in my list of figures as part of the document. So it's up to yourself, how much of this you want to use. They're handy tools if you're producing quite a long document, or if you set them up as you go along. But if you find the document is working for you without them, that's fine too. I just want you to be aware of how to use them if you find yourself looking for them. Okay, thanks.